when Ravan, Dasagriva, heard the name Vishnu, he became intolerably angry. He said, Vishnu is just an insignificant fool. There is no one as powerful as me within the universe. Do not waste your time in meditation after Lord Vishnu. I prefer to be your husband. Come with me to Sri Lanka and I'll make you my queen. And we will enjoy the sensual pleasures for years and years, thousands and thousands of years. Vedavati, she said, I will not allow you to touch my body, my heart, my soul belongs to Lord Vishnu. So Ravan forcefully grabbed her by her matted hair. But what happened was her hand became sharp like a sword and she got off Ravan. Ravan was just standing there holding her matted hair. And Vedavati said, because you have touched me, I can no longer live in this body anymore. But I curse you that I will come back and be the very cause of your death. Then she sat down in meditation upon the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu, and through that power, the fire element within her body was ignited and her body was burnt into ashes. So Ravan then went, after that, he went to Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva. There he saw one beautiful lady of the name Rambi. And this Rambi, she was married to Nal Kuver, who was the son of Kuvera. Kuvera's son was Nal Kuver, and Rambi was married to her. So she was like Ravan's niece. Ravan was her uncle. So she grabbed Rambi and forcefully threw her against a rock, and raped her. She said, this is immoral. You can't do this with me. But Ravan did not care for any morality or immorality. He was lust personified. So she was horrified and she ran to her husband, Nal Kuvera, that please, you have to do something about this. So Nal Kuvera understood no point fighting with Ravan. I'm no match for Ravan. So he created a curse that in future, if you ever violate a woman's chastity against her wish, you will immediately die. Ravan kept this in his mind, that in case in future, I better not take any chance. I should not forcefully violate anyone's chastity. He kept this in his mind. Ravan, he went to Ayodhya. At that time, the king of Ayodhya was King Anaranya. And he fought with the king, and the king was no match for Ravan. And as the king was just about to die, King Anaranya told Ravan that someday a king will be born in this dynasty, and he will be the cause of your very death. He gave him that curse. Ravan, he went to Kailash, the abode of Lord Shiva. And then from the bottom he started shaking the mountain, the entire Kailash mountain. And Parvati, she was sitting on Lord Shiva's lap. And she said to her Lord, my Lord, what's happening? And Lord Shiva saw that Ravan was struggling with the mountain. So Lord Shiva pressed his foot down and made Kailash very heavy. So all the bones of Ravan's, all his 20 arms and 100 fingers were getting crushed under that Kailash. And he was trapped there for hundreds and hundreds of years. And his ministers, they told him, Ravan, you should offer. At that time he got the name Ravan. Lord Shiva, Ravan means one who cries. And one who cries and one who makes other people cry. One who makes everyone cry. That is what Ravan means. At that time Lord Shiva gave him the name Ravan. So his ministers told him that you must offer your prayers to Lord Shiva. You have offended Lord Shiva. So you have to offer your prayers. So Ravan started singing very, very beautiful songs in praise of Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva is Bholenath. He is Ashutosh, very easily pleased. So Lord Shiva appeared before Ravan and gave him many benedictions. He also gave him some of his weapons to fight with. So Ravan, then he became very powerful. And then he went to the abode of Yamaraj, Yamalok, and challenged Yamaraj. Ravan was thinking that if I kill him, then death would never come to me. He is the Lord of death. If I kill Yamaraj, then death would never come to me. He was thinking like that. These poor little Yamadutas were running here and there. Ravan effortlessly killed every one of them. Then finally Yamaraj came, and there was a great fight for many, many days between Yamaraj and Ravan. And finally, when Yamaraj was about to throw his most powerful astra, at that time Lord Brahma appeared. Brahma told Yamaraj, you are a demigod. I have given him the benediction that no demigod would ever kill him. So you leave him. He said, Vishnu will appear as a human being and kill him. It's just a matter of time. You leave him for now. So Yamaraj went away. And when Ravan saw Yamaraj disappearing, he thought, Yamaraj is afraid of me. That's why he has disappeared. Ever more arrogant. Ravan thought there is no power within the entire creation that can defeat me. I'm immortal. Because Yamaraj is the Lord of death. If he is afraid of me, what fear do I have now? I have nothing to fear. In this way, Ravan, Kumbhakaran, and Surapankha, they became very, very powerful within the universe. So, this was Ravan, the son of Brahman Rishi, Rishava. Ravan was a Brahman and a Rakshas. Ravan's father was a Brahman, Rishava. His mother was a Rakshashi Kanya, Rakshas. She was a demon, daughter of a demon. So Ravan was both a Rakshas and a Brahman. So this is how it is explained in Uttarakhand about the birth, the parents of Ravan, and where he got his powers from. There's another 15-20 minutes. You want me to go into Balkan, give you some brief? Yes? How Valmiki Muni? Valmiki Muni, okay, I'll stop within 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Valmiki Muni, so we are starting now we are getting into Balkand now, the very first Kand. This was from Uttarakhand about Ravan. Valmiki Muni, his actual name was Ratnakar. He was a hunter and a thief, a robber. His profession was to kill. That is the profession of a hunter, to kill. And he was also a robber. He would rob sadhus. And he had a big family. And that is how he would maintain his family. So one day, he met some sages in the forest and told him that when you go home tonight, ask your family members if they are going to share your karma. So he came to his house and asked his wife and children. His wife and children said, no, karma is an individual thing. We are all responsible for our own karma. Nobody can share that with anyone. So at that time, he gave up all his bad, sinful activities. And Sri Narad Muni appeared and gave him a mantra to chant. But Narad Muni gave him the names of Lord Ram to chant, but he was too sinful to chant the name of Ram. He was chanting Mara, 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 Mara. And then one day he was tricked into chanting Rama, 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 Rama. Valmiki Muni performed tapasya for 60,000 years. His body was covered with an anthill. That is how he got his name Valmiki. Valmika means, in Sanskrit, an anthill. His body was covered by an anthill.